What's up, Haunters? Steel Vigo here. Welcome back to another video. And today I'm going to be doing yet another review for you guys. One of the guys I should have reviewed before, and that is I think he's the I call him the Rising Reaper. He might be the Rising from the Grave Reaper. Got him at Target. I think he was around $20, possibly $30, not sure. He's like the skeleton version. I know there are many reskins of this guy. I picked him up like last year. Yeah, last year. Near the end of the season, so I got him somewhat cheap. But this will be my second masked review. And this guy probably should have been my first, but I felt like reviewing this guy because he's a lot bigger and he's cooler in my opinion. This guy's neat, but he's just smaller and stuff. So to the review. So the first thing to note is when setting him up, you 100 and somebody's gonna get mad at me for this. Probably they're gonna be like, it's not quite 100%, but I'm gonna say it. 100% need to have some form of weight in the front or somewhere on his stand. Otherwise, it's just a major prop fail, and that's why there aren't hundreds of prop fails of this guy, because it's so common. It's just not funny. It's just stupid. So you 100% need to have some kind of a weight holding him down. Otherwise, it just fails. It's sad. It'll make you cry. You just gotta have a weight, okay? Just don't. At the end of this video, I'll show you what happens if you don't have a weight. So then you guys don't need to test it for yourself. Just don't do it. It's just sad and stupid. So, on to the review of this guy. I think, not 100% sure. I don't have his box with me, or I don't know where his box is. I think he's like 3 feet tall, something around there, 2 feet and a half. I don't know for certain, but basically he's a very simple looking prop. There's some detail in his skull. It's just a like plastic that's hollow, with some foam in the back, which mine is slightly broken, which is something to be careful of when handling him. You don't want to break the foam in the back of his head, otherwise it might like fall off. Just the rest of it's like a fabric of some kind. And then he's got hands, which are also just fabric with like some kind of a decal or something. I'm not an expert on, like, like the making of props. So it's basically that same thing with just some wire for arms and then just a metal pole. Right now he does, like, you can for sure see the pole, but with wind and when he pops up for the first time, he looks less like a pole. So then he looks less fake. Not 100% sure if this is accurate, but I'm gonna say this, that I saw in a video, and I recommend that that when you store him, unless you take him apart completely, store him in the up position, because I think that might, keep him, make it so that he can lunge faster. It's a possibility, not 100% sure. If you want to research that, you can. But I store mine in the up position. Anyway, onto the review. So, he, with motion, and not motion, if you touch him and if you clap your hands or make a loud noise, he will go off. Similar to this guy in my last review, it's annoying because you can't just, you have to like you have to deliberately set him off with your sounds. You can't just, be walking by and stomp, which is kind of unfortunate, and it's also tough to clap your hands with gloves. So when I was doing my, when I was showing my haunt last year, I had trouble because every time I clapped my hands, he wouldn't go off. But when you tap him, he goes off for sure, and if you're loud and scream in an enclosed area, he will go off. So I'm not sure if that's just the way that sound sensors are, or if, or if mine's a little faulty or not, but, it sometimes doesn't go off with the sound because it just doesn't pick it up. But anyway, on to the thing. So it's got an on-switch demo mode. Demo mode doesn't work for me right now anymore because I took the demo button off. But, but I'm just gonna set him off. you see, you set him off, he pops up, makes a sound right before he lunges, and then he pops up and goes back down. I've had mine for about a year, stored in the down position on accident. I had to replace his batteries, but he still works. So, I'd say he's pretty reliable. I hear that the pole sometimes breaks. Be careful with it. Just be careful with your prop. Don't let anything obstruct him so that he won't be able to go up all the way or back down. If you're careful and you just use common sense, he will most likely not break right when you use him, contrary to what a lot of people say. In the cold, he sometimes doesn't work as well. That could have been just a fluke on Halloween, but he wasn't working very well at the end of the night, but then afterwards he got better after Halloween last year. So his animation is, it's simple, it's straightforward, so you give him the point for that. Unfortunately, he only has one phrase, so I would have liked it if they would have, made him say a few different things for the times when he lunges versus just one thing, kind of wish that he, made less sound right before he popped up so that it was more of a surprise so that they weren't ready for it. So then he screams as soon as he's supposed to be in the up position, or, he only makes a sound once he's released and starts going up. I think that'd just be more like, that would startle more people and stuff. Not sure if they could have made better plastic for him, for his face or foam, or for his head. I would have liked to have seen a little more detail in his look in general and with his face. I know you can get other versions of the same mechanism from the same company. So that's one of those things where it's like, if you want more detail, I suppose technically you buy a different version. So I can't really complain much about that. I think my main complaint is the fact that he only has one phrase, and that he's kind of short. You could get a taller version too, which, in reviewing this one, is kind of just, basically just, main complaint you can really have is his phrases, because there are many different variations of him, so technically, if you're not satisfied with this particular one, you could probably find a different one that's more fitting to your theme. So, overall, I think he was definitely worth the $20. So, yeah, I think that's just about all I have to show for this video. Now, for a moment of truth, I'll show you guys why you need a counterweight. This is going to suck, because I hope he doesn't break. Please don't do this, guys. I'm putting him on the line for this. Here we go. This is what happens. I didn't get that very well, but just trying again, because the view is kind of weird. As you guys can see, stomping doesn't really work very good. I'm trying to, if you clap, on your leg, it's not gonna make him go off. So, I'm trying to think of a good way to do this so that I can keep this camera angle. So, yikes. Just gonna toss this thing on him. You can see he just basically flings backwards, and it's just really sad. And it makes you cry. And, I don't recommend doing that, because you could break him. And, also, yeah, just please don't do it, because it's sad, and, there's no reason to do it. Just add a weight. You can find something. Just about anybody will have, if you can buy this, you can buy or find something in your house that will work to counterweight it. Don't try and use it without the weight. It'll just fall backwards and fail. So, yeah, that's about it for the review. Summarizing, he's worth the buy if you can get him for around $20 to $30. Anyway, guys, this concludes this masked review. By the way, I was wearing a mask. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, which will hopefully be soon, because Halloween's getting close. And I have yet to start setting up.